before the Fifth Street Bridge?
Fifth Street Bridge.
Is it Fifth Street? 8th Street Bridge? Benjamin?
Up in Franklin?
Like, why they need a toll? And then they got the
That's the $5 toll.
The joint, you can't come through. Like, you can't just wound. You gotta.
Yeah, man. That's something that we, we'll I think we'll.
You need to like do a petition or something. Like, come on.
Petition.
Since you taking pictures with citation, like, come on. Like, do something, please.
I wish I had that type of cachet, man.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to What's Bruin. Rob Bruin, CEO, founder, Courtside Wealth Partners. We are back. It's a calm but breezy day. It's chilly outside.
It is chilly. I was going to get my espresso. I'm a big cortada person.
Cortada, what's that?
That's just espresso and milk. And
Talk about cortada.
It's like half of a cup. Get me right every day. That's why I asked you on the way in, do you drink espresso? Because I think you can. That might really like turn your day to an even better day when you get a little bit.
You think so? That's
yeah,
probably what it is.
It's legit.
I do tea. I don't really do the. No.
Yeah, it was when I was walking to get my coffee, I was like, whoa. It was definitely a little chilly. I felt like it's almost time to bring out the trench coat and all of that.
Yeah, no. Last night it was 35.
Sheesh.
Yeah. My mom don't turn the heat on in the crib till it's 30. She turned it on last night.
Yeah, I would have had it on.
Yeah, it was spicy last night. All right, so just as a heads up, guys, Cam Ward has signed a deal with Adidas, bringing his stock back up. Juju Watkins is going to be executive producing her new show called On the Rise.
Yep.
It's going to be releasing November 23rd. And the NBA Cup is here. They were hooping last night.
I was at the game last night. Sixers and Knicks.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I was in the building. You know, I'm a season ticket holder. So,
I'm forgetting. Did you post that last night?
Nah, like
You're
everything.
just sneaky. You don't gotta. I know. It just
Stay low and keep firing. As a wise person once told me, like I don't. I moved into a different space in my life where I realized that content is everything, but I'm still.
relax.
I'm still private about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah, I'm very private.
I don't like when people think that because they see you all the time through a lens that they feel as though
They know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know me
At all.
They don't know me.
Yeah, you know what I allow you.
Exactly. I'm allowing you to see that I'm here. No?
I don't know. We could go off on the Tinder right there. I'm
for
not
sure,
even going to touch that. But there's obviously 3 groups within the West.
Yep.
3 within the East.
Yep.
Tell me who you have coming out from each group. So we got Minnesota in Group A. We got Minnesota, the Clippers, the Kings, the Rockets, and the Blazers. Who you think will probably come out of that group?
I'm gonna go with the Kings, man. I think they're a sneaky team that can
over
the Timberwolves. Yeah, I think DeMar DeRozan now being there gives them that veteran leadership that they needed to, be able to, get some additional scoring from a wing player. Like, and I get it. Like, DeMar is not a 3-point shooting type of player.
He be hitting them though,
right? And De'Aaron Fox is also not a 3-point shooting type of player. So I get it. There's a lot of mid range happening. Sabonis, you know what I mean? So
they're tough though.
They're good. They're good, and I think they'll be the team to come out of that group. They're a sneaky team. They're defensively they're sound. Mike Brown has been doing a good job there since he arrived. So I think that team will definitely come out of that.
Shout out to the Kings and shout out to Sabonis getting snubbed last year. Damn near. I don't think if he was almost about to average a triple-double last year, but his numbers were really high last year. And he got snubbed. So I'm just saying that to say potentially they might, but I have the Timberwolves coming out for them. I think Ant-Man just has that chip on his shoulder. I think that everyone may not be excited about Julius Randle and Ant-Man being together, but I think that.
Do you like Julius Randle's game? How you feel about him?
Julius Randle, this is no disrespect when I say this, but I feel like he plays a selfish brand of basketball.
Okay.
To me, I'm not going to put the brand of ball stopper on him, but he's almost like a black hole. He's kind of like Michael Porter Jr. in a way, When you pass the ball to Michael Porter Jr., you're not getting it back.
No shade to Melo, but Melo wasn't giving it back either, bro.
You don't have to.
And neither was Cole.
I mean, yeah, but
I think he just has that.
What you're saying is true, but sometimes I think, kind of like in life, we all got a different leash.
Yeah.
You don't get to determine that. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And I don't really want the ball stopping at Julius Randle every time.
No, I would agree.
He's a 25 and 10 guy for sure, but
Yeah. They got to find ways to integrate him into that offense.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's not a shot at his game, but I think he can add more if he potentially maybe gets more points in the paint, because one thing I would say I don't like about him is, like, especially when he was on the Knicks, a lot of fadeaway jumpers in the playoffs, I noticed. And that's not traditionally his game if he couldn't get to the cup. Settling. He's 6'9", 250, 240.
Yeah, somewhere around
Like,
there.
Julius was a man-child coming out of high school.
He was.
You know?
And,
So, like...
And playing at Kentucky.
Correct.
He was a monster.
Yes, he was.
And then he came into the NBA. His development took a little while. Because
Yeah.
when he came in, and he wasn't initially like, him and AD played down in New Orleans together. He wasn't initially like who he was today. He got to New York.
Julius Randle was with AD on Kentucky?
I don't know if he was on that
No.
Kentucky squad. No, New Orleans.
New Orleans.
The Pelicans. Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't remember Julius Randle. No.
Am I making that up?
I think so.
Nah, I'm not making that up. Hold on.
Julius Randle in New Orleans?
He was in New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken.
Fact check.
Yeah. We got a fact check on the spot, y'all, because
Please.
this is, and
Can't
I'm
have
usually good
my-
with this type of stuff.
Can't
I
have
know
my
I'm
man
not.
out here swaying y'all.
Nah, I'm not. I'm 90% sure.
Oh. Let me
Yeah.
know if I'm wrong.
2018 and 2019. Yeah, I remember that.
That's quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
AD was still there. That was before he went to LA.
Oh,
I'm talking about
He
that's
got-
before AD went to LA. Not.
I'm about to say he
not
got drafted
Randle.
to LA. Yeah.
He got Randall got drafted to LA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Group B.
Group B.
We got Thunder, the Suns, the Lakers, the Jazz, the Spurs.
Is that a trick question?
I mean, you know the Spurs not better than the Thunder.
I mean,
You know the Spurs not better than the Lakers.
I would say
Come on. Stop.
that. You say that division again?
The Thunder, the Suns, the Lakers.
I'm going Spurs. You call me biased, but we match up very well with the
Nah,
Thunder.
it's-
The Thunder are without Chet Holmgren
Y'all
now.
not beating the Thunder.
No Chet Holmgren for them
So
right now.
what?
That's a big piece. It's a big piece that they're missing right now.
So y'all just take that leap. So y'all better than the Rockets now.
Yeah, we better than the Rockets. We
Y'all
split.
better than Golden State?
I mean,
What do you mean?
all right.
This is crazy.
We're not better than the Warriors. I'm not going to jump out
Alright,
the window there,
come
but we're
on,
better than the
focus
Rockets. I like it's better than the Rockets. We're way more
Not
put
by
together.
much.
We're way more put together than the Rockets.
So you're taking the Rockets out of that division.
No, I got.
I mean, the Spurs, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,000%. Who you taking?
I'm going Thunder.
You going Thunder?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's their time. I also believe
Time to do what though?
it's time for them to take that next step. So it's like, not trying to get off topic, but I think a lot of teams are starting to use the blueprint of the Celtics. You
Yeah.
might call me biased, but that's just what I'm seeing. The Magic, right? Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, Jalen Suggs, KCP.
Yeah.
They are building big wings that can defend and score, and guards that can in the front court. Just hear me out. Now OKC has that depth now. They just little by little are adding pieces. Hartenstein isn't back yet.
Forgot they got Hartenstein.
Yeah, he's
That's in Oklahoma
just in
City,
the
though.
oven right now. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. My
Yeah,
bad, my bad.
I'm saying these teams are along the blueprint of
Gotcha.
Boston.
Okay.
Why are you looking like that?
I mean,
You confused?
no, I don't know. Maybe it was a light. So I already know who you
That's
got
just
coming
what
out.
I see.
So I already know who you got coming out of the other bracket with Boston.
Nuggets, just relax. Let's finish the West first.
Okay.
Hold on. Then you got the Nuggets, the Mavericks, the Pelicans, Golden State, and the Grizzlies. That's really dicey.
That's a.
Nuggets, Mavericks, Pelicans, Warriors, Grizzlies. That's
I'm gonna go Mavs. I'm gonna go Dallas.
be different. Leave the Luka pack alone. You lost.
Luka is
I still got your text from earlier this year.
what I say.
You You forgot
Yeah, I did forget. What did I say?
that the Mavs is gonna win the finals.
Oh man. Yeah, I was wrong about that one. I was wrong.
Sure you were.
Not wrong about a lot of stuff, but I was wrong about that one.
Nuggets. The Jokic has been a triple double machine.
Yeah, but they not good. They not good this year to me. They missing something. It's like Michael Porter Jr. took a step back. Jamal Murray ain't really doing too like.
A lot of people are saying, and I can't say this off wax because of what I've seen, but a lot of people are saying that Jamal Murray just is a shell of himself right now.
Yeah, he is a shell of himself.
He's not killing it the way he usually would.
Yeah. I'm not excited to like Denver's. They gonna make some moves happen.
Think so?
Yeah, they got to do something.
You don't think Westbrook is gonna be good for them?
He is, but he's gonna be a good like rotational guy off the bench. He's not gonna be a bona fide starter there. You can't start him because
no, not right now. But I think down the stretch, I think he'll end the game.
He's on the floor. Yeah, Murray, they on the floor for sure.
So you going Nuggets, Mavericks?
I'm going Mavericks. Yeah, going Mavericks.
I'm gonna go Golden State. I'm not gonna lie. I think Golden State is playing good basketball right now. Golden State is playing hard-nosed, defensive basketball right now. Golden State smacked the Celtics the other day, and I didn't like it. And just Steph, he still has the power to put people to sleep.
You saw him yelling at the screen last night?
I don't like when he act like that.
I like that. Because he gives me, I like to see that dog come out of him because he got it.
It make me feel like, why he acting dark skin? Light skin.
Shout out to all my light skinned brothers out there. I love y'all. I love y'all. That didn't come out my mouth. I got love for y'all.
Yeah, all right, Drizzy, hold it down. Get you turned up in here. All right, so then on the East, for Group A, we have the Knicks, the Magic, the Sixers, the Nets, and the Hornets.
I got the Knicks.
Over the Magic because of Apollo?
Yeah, Apollo out right now. Yeah. We ain't even begin to talk about the Sixers.
No even disrespect, but it's just no point.
Yeah, we're not talking about them. The Knicks are going to win that one. They're going to come out of that bracket. What you think?
I want the Hornets too. Because Melo has been playing great basketball.
Yes.
I've been looking at him close.
He have like 50, 45?
35.
No, I guess the Sixers up there.
45?
This is Sunday.
He might have gave him 40. We fact check that.
Yeah, we got to fact check that one. We always, on this show, we like to make sure we fact check anything that's coming out of our mouths. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had 38. Okay. You were right. In the 30s. Yeah, 38.
I'm looking at LaMelo, and it just feels like they just don't have enough to keep him. Miles Bridges wants to be a part-time rapper. No disrespect. I like Miles Bridges. And the thing is with Miles Bridges, he fucked up the bag. Right in the midst of him about to being able to approach the max extension. I think he was in that range where he was going to get like around $100 million, right?
Just a few years
ago. Caught
the
case over the summer, wilded out again. Right? And it's like, I don't know. Miles and then now it doesn't feel like, he was super athletic, but he doesn't have a lot to his game. He's a hustler. He gets a lot of putback points. He has to run in the open floor. Outside of that, Miles Bridges really isn't giving me a lot right now.
I like Miles, though. I think Miles has a role on a winning team.
No, for sure.
It just doesn't look that way now because Charlotte is not a winning franchise right now. Yeah. So it doesn't look like he has a place, but I think on a contending team, he would fit
be something.
He would fit in with Denver. Like he would fit in with teams like that. There's a place for him. There's a place for him. I just don't know.
Y'all could use him.
We good right now.
That's crazy. Wow. Politely declining. That's crazy. I'll go with you on the Knicks on that.
You gonna go Knicks?
Yeah, right. And I hate the Knicks. But Group B, we got the Bucks, Pacers, Heat, Raptors, Pistons. That group is ugly.
I gotta give.
That's like all of the worst teams.
I gotta give respect to Indiana though. I can't do that.
It's shaky right now.
Yeah, but they came out of that last. They were in the cup chip. Like they were at the championship of the cup.
Why can't Milwaukee figure it out?
I have no idea. But as Kendrick Perkins said,
"Oh no,
Doc, you in the hot seat, brother.
Yeah, that shit scorching.
You didn't win in. Doc didn't win in L.A., didn't win in Philly. Now he has another opportunity in Milwaukee. And I promise you, this is not a shot to Doc Rivers. Great coach. I think Doc Rivers this is his last hoorah, and I know a lot of people out there know this already. If he doesn't get this right with Milwaukee, he will never be a head coach again in the NBA. Excuse me. It just has run its course. He spent close to 10 seasons out in LA from his time from the Celtics he was just chilling.
Just kicking it.
He was president of basketball
City.
operations, head coach. They turned over he reported they had I think he was I don't think they had a GM during that year. I think he was he did all of the roles. The way I remember, he was director of player, not player development. I gotta fact check it like we always do.
I didn't know that Doc was holding a role outside of that.
Yeah, he wasn't just a head coach. He was on the team when Donald Sterling still owned it. That's when he first got the job.
Yeah, that was a tough time.
That was a very tough time. And then
Matt Barnes and them wasn't having that shit.
Yeah, no, they wasn't having it.
Yeah, I think Matt Barnes they took their jerseys off and threw them at half court.
Yeah, that was
the time.
Yeah.
That was around Mike Brown.
That was. And we forget that he coached in Orlando too. He was the head coach in Orlando.
We don't forget.
Yeah. So yeah, he was in LA from 2013 to 2020. So he was out there for 7 years.
He camped out in LA.
So he was
Wow.
He was the senior vice president of basketball operations on the team.
Okay.
In addition to being the head coach. So
you said he Jim Boeheim. He living off that one ring with the Celtics.
Might be Jim Boeheim.
So Doc Rivers is the NBA. Doc Rivers is the NBA version of
Jim Boeheim. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, remember I said that.
That's
a good
one.
Good.
That was a good one, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Love on that. Yeah,
it's love.
We do this.
That's crazy. Don't do that no more. That's why. The Bucks need to figure it out.
Bucks definitely need to figure it out.
I don't like the way my favorite player looks right now, Damian Lillard.
Dame. He playing well though. It just I don't know. It ain't no camaraderie there right now. It's just.
You think Giannis is really going?
His mind's somewhere else. Yeah. He don't look like tapped.
He don't look happy.
He don't look locked in.
But I feel like everybody is on his case right now because you get your elite defender and Drew Holiday to leave. You tell Dame to come over, which, depending on what your roster looks like, can be a good or a bad trade.
Yeah. And unfortunately, due to injury, Middleton just hasn't been who you needed him to be. But he's been like that. Bro, he got a nasty contract too. Filthy.
It's high 100s.
Yeah, I think he's getting
he's almost getting $200 million.
I think he's between 40 to 50 million a year.
Yes.
And he's not playing right now. So, yeah.
Okay. So
I think once they get him back though, that could help them significantly. I'm not gonna lie. I think Middleton helps them. They need him.
I don't want to agree with you on the Pacers, but the Bucks are so ugly. The Heat, I just dislike the Heat altogether. All right, we can agree on the Pacers as well too. And then the Celtics, the bottom don't rest.
No, what's the rest? What
the rest of the teams don't matter.
Yeah.
It's Cleveland, Chicago, the Hawks, and the Wizards.
Cleveland is undefeated right now. Cleveland's undefeated.
Stop.
And didn't they beat y'all?
Stop.
They did beat y'all. They're undefeated and they beat y'all. I got Cleveland coming out of that group.
Celtics are coming out.
Yeah, that's
Jaylen Brown trying to figure a couple things out.
He's hurt right now, right?
No, he's back.
Okay,
he's back. Jaylen Brown is definitely starting the season off slower than I expected. But I also think there's a lot of pressure on Jaylen Brown that I'm not sure if people are paying attention to, but that NBA, the Eastern Conference Finals MVP,
yeah,
and then the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this respectfully, and I mean this with all love. I think that those two accolades not gassed him, but boosted his mindset just a little bit. More in terms of meaning I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't really think that there's anything Jaylen Brown can do to take Jason Tatum's spot.
No.
That's just how I feel. And the thing is, when you're throwing a variety of matchups at JT, he's seeing a double team, a triple team. And the thing is with JT, he carries the load during the year. He's getting us to the promised land. And I mean, you can call it a selfish brand of basketball, but a lot of people don't like the way LeBron plays because he makes the right basketball play. Now, JT could have forced a lot last year in the playoffs, and we would have lost.
Yep.
But I don't want to discredit Jaylen Brown, but I think when you go into a new season of carrying all of that weight on you of winning, the next year is like, that really shows us who you are in a way.
Yeah.
It's like when a player finally gets the contract they always wanted. You know, a lot of players get paid and then, like, no disrespect, but Tristan Thompson, like, he's one of my favorites. Got that bag? Ever since Braun helped him get that bag, I ain't. He got a nice bag too, like 90 or 80. Haven't seen him since.
Shout out to Tristan, man.
You know what I mean? So it's like
he was a good player, good utility player.
Great
Y'all
utility
had him for
player.
a little minute too. He was on the Celtics.
And what happened?
Yeah.
It's all love. All right, so I want you to blindly rank these 3 players right now. All right?
Oh God.
I'm just gonna give you the name. It's 3 of them, and you have to stack them wherever you see.
It's NBA players?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Ja Morant.
I thought you're not going to
No, you're just going one at a time. You have to stack them. Do you want him to be 1, 2, or 3?
Ja Morant. I'm gonna go Ja. I'm gonna go Ja at 3.
Anthony Edwards.
Ooh. I'm gonna go Edwards at 1.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I'm taking him at 2. So I did that correctly.
SGA is better than
Yeah, Ja? Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is better than Ja.
Yeah. Ja gotta remind me of who he is. Like you ain't played in it's been a little minute, bro. Like you gotta earn that right back. Like I know you can hoop. I'm not jumping out the window by saying Ja can't hoop, but
when you say earn it, you're saying like we
didn't forget about who he was, but we kind of did because it was like 2 years of basketball that we did not really get to see Ja. Or was it a year? Am I bugging? It might have been a year, but
little over a year.
Year and a half because he was hurt.
It was
then he had the issues off the court.
Correct.
But like I just haven't seen enough from him in recent time to give him the nod over Shai, who's been consistent the last 2 years. And I mean, we all know about Ant Edwards. I mean, that's just not even a question. So he was just in the Western Conference Finals. Ja Morant has not gotten the Grizzlies to the Western Conference Finals.
No, he has not.
So
the Golden State Warriors is a hurdle that they haven't
overcome.
hopped yet.
Yeah.
Haven't overcome.
Him and Brown were having fun the other day when they were doing the 2 small gestures
No,
on
that
each
was
other.
that was LeBron.
No, Ja was doing it with him too.
Oh yeah, back and forth.
They was going back and forth with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was Braun was on his ass.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
I love that though.
Triple double that game too, I think.
He did. I love that Ja has respect for LeBron, but when we
No,
between
I don't
his
like
lines,
him. He said I don't like him.
Yeah.
At all. Like he said, I remember he said they were trying to make fun of me when I had street clothes on and he knew I couldn't play and he windmilling, Lakers having fun and shit. I don't like them. At all.
Yeah. I like that though. That feeds the competitive spirit.
Yeah, he's always been like that.
You gotta have that type of mindset to go at people every night though. That's how Russ used to be. Russ used to be in reckless abandon.
He's still like that, but he's older.
Yeah, he's older.
He's older.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards has.
How would you rank that? Yeah, tell me that.
Anthony Edwards has the spot right. You know what? I'm lying. SGA Edwards. Oh, that's tough. Nah, I'm gonna go SGA first. I'll go Edwards, and then I'm gonna go Ja Morant. I think SGA for me is better than Edwards because he has the ability to slow the game down just a little bit more than Edwards, and I think he plays with more control. I think Anthony Edwards, his aura is infectious, but SGA is OKC. And that's not taking anything from Anthony Edwards because they're close. And also SGA, I still stand on. I believe SGA was the MVP last year. I do. I stick with that.
Over
Jokic. I do.
Okay.
I do. He got them to the first spot. Remember, it was the Nuggets and it was OKC. I believe that were fighting for first.
I think Minnesota was in there.
It was three teams.
Minnesota was in there.
It was correct.
Yeah,
it was all three of them. Tough three. And I do believe, I agree with you in terms of Ja. Ja is at the bottom, but he's not far.
No.
I don't think he's far.
No, for sure.
He just has to, because we can't forget, Ja Morant was him before Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
The absence of Ja Morant is the reason why we're so connected to Anthony Edwards right now.
Yeah, and his emergence.
Correct.
I got a little wrinkle for you here.
All right, go.
Ready? We're going to pick. I'm going to give you the first pick, right? We got, it's going to be called, with the first pick in the teammates of LeBron's draft.
Oh, I like that.
All right.
Okay, I like this a lot.
So
I'm excited.
It's point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. All right. So I'm going to give you
the first pick.
I'm going to give you the first pick.
And they have to be LeBron's teammates.
They have to be LeBron's teammates.
Kyrie Irving.
Ooh.
Point guard, right?
Yeah. All right, you filled your point guard position. I'm going to have to go.
Got a pick for you.
I'm going to go Anthony Davis at the power forward position.
Wait, are we doing a full team, me and you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or they're separate teams?
No. My team is separate from yours. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you did. Center, I'll go Dwight Howard.
He played with LeBron? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, they got
in
a
the bubble.
chip. They got a chip together, brother. See how they do Dwight?
At center, I'm going to go Shaq.
The Shaq that was with him?
Don't do that.
That's fine.
We're talking about the Diesel.
That's fine. You can have him. At the 2... Damn. Who did Bruin have at the 2?
Defer back to me if you need more time to think.
Yeah.
All right. At the 2, I'm going to go Dwayne Wade.
Oh, man. I'll forget that.
How
That's
did
crazy.
you?
That's what.
How did you forget that?
You got to be quicker than that.
That's why I took that pick right back, because I was hoping you didn't.
Yeah, okay.
You didn't smoke me like that.
Damn. I feel like it's just downhill from here. That's you getting me back for Kyrie.
Yeah.
Damn. And you got, so you have Wade and AD and Shaq.
Yep.
I have Kyrie and I have, who did I say for my center?
You said Dwight.
Dwight.
Right now I have a 2,
Damn.
a 4, and a 5.
That's whack, Rob. You dropped the ball. All right, so I got Kyrie at the 1. Dwight Howard at the 5. 2. Fuck it. I'll go Chris Bosh at the 4.
You going Chris Bosh at the 4?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to go Carmelo Anthony at the 3.
Damn. Bet. I'm going to go J.R. Smith at the 2.
Ooh, J.R. Smith. So what I'm last for with the point guard, you already took Kyrie.
Yeah, I got Kyrie, J.R. Smith, Dwight, and Chris Bosh.
I'm gonna go Russ. I'll go Russ.
Damn.
You looking for a 1? No, I feel like
I'll go Kevin Love.
You gonna go Kevin Love? Okay, at the 3?
For the love.
For the 3?
For the love.
I like that.
One, yeah.
All right, that's cool. That's solid.
How I forget D-Wade? Cuddy looking at me like.
Yeah, that was crazy work.
I'm looking at Cuddy
I'm looking at you like, I'm not saying a word. Pass it back to me, please.
Yeah, because clearly you like, you don't got it, I got it. Damn, okay. All right, so LeBron is the first active billion-dollar player in NBA history.
Yes, he is. And we got to give a shout out to his team for helping him get to this point. And it's not just Rich Paul and Maverick Carter, y'all. Like,
way bigger than that.
We know that they're very influential pieces, a part of the picture there. But the team behind the scenes that's actually, they're getting dirty in the work that it requires to get to that level. And again, not that Mav and Rich aren't. I'm just saying that
there's other moving parts.
There's other moving parts to it. That's all I'm saying. But shout out to the entire team that helps LeBron get to where he is. And the credit there to as well is the fact that, and we've oversaturated this phrase I'm about to say, is knowing your role. But I think that it's critical that people understand that, hey, not everybody in the room is going to have that God-gifted talent to do something great, right? To the point where it brings a certain level of attention that allows the brand that to grow for the greater good of everyone. Yeah. And if we can buy in and lock in on that, we can get so much further ahead. Yep. Period. Like, that's just it. Everybody doesn't have that mindset because everybody wants to be the man, and you can't. No. Play your role. To be again, that's an oversaturated phrase now, but play your role.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I needed to add that. I needed to add that to that.
No, you good. I feel like with Bron, I wonder sometimes, would he be as influential as he is if he didn't go with Nike? Because obviously Nike, and the reason why I'm asking you that is because that was Nike's goal, not to just make him a figure, but to make him impact people.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying Adidas wouldn't have been able to do it because they're doing a great job with Anthony Edwards. But Reebok came to him as well.
Yeah.
And the $90 million wasn't the most out of those 3 deals.
Yeah.
I believe Adidas was like a little over 100, and Reebok was somewhere like around 60 maybe. I believe they had came to the table first.
I think whatever brand he was going to go to,
you do?
He was going to be the same. Yep. Because what Nike recognized about LeBron was that they had a once-in-a-generation type of guy in front of them, right, who already had a following, a brand. He was marketable, right? And they said to themselves, this is our way to light the torch into the future. This is earlier on. I'm talking like 2004, 05, like real early in his career. Yeah. And they recognized that. And if Adidas had that opportunity, they would have done the same thing. And because he had one of the things that LeBron had, he was a cultural influence.
Correct.
He's like that Allen Iverson in terms of like black culture, in terms of people buying into, being a king and having that just that fire in their belly to want more than what's currently being presented to them. So to answer your question in full, yes, he would have gotten still to this level because of his cultural influence and him as a brand already prior to even signing a check with Nike. And he alluded to this a bit because you remember there was a check already written for him when he got to the table. I believe it was with
it was Reebok.
It was Reebok.
Yeah.
They had the check already written. They put it in his hand.
Yeah.
And he turned it down.
Yep.
Because Reebok knew the type of cultural influence and brand LeBron was and what that would have meant for the company Reebok. That would have, oh my God, that would have put Reebok way ahead of the game. Because then you got to think, after LeBron signed with Nike, there were a plethora of other players who then said, you know what, I'm going with Nike. Yeah. Because he had that type of influence. Effect. Yes. So yes, they would have gotten there.
So I'm hearing what you're saying, but I disagree because I think that he had to be in the right hands. And it sounds to me like you have to be prepared for that type of talent, even though we didn't know he was coming.
Yeah.
Right? So Reebok dropped the ball.
In terms of what, though?
They dropped the ball in terms of writing the check.
Okay, that could have been premature. That could have been premature.
So what I'm saying is...
But he had the wisdom to reject that. You're talking about a poor kid from the inner city of Cleveland.
But he didn't take the biggest deal is what I'm saying. He went to the person that would fit his brand. And I think
True.
that when
Okay.
you don't go to the right person,
Yeah.
that hurts you. So
can.
example, Nike went with 90 million, Reebok went with 60, and Adidas went with a little over 100. How do you drop the ball when LeBron comes around? You get one chance,
Yeah.
right? You leave the check blank and you dot all your I's and you cross all your T's and you give LeBron what he wants. Nike was the only one that could do it, I believe. I don't see it happening any other way, because if that's the case, why did anybody else get it done?
I mean, also
You see what I'm saying?
Because Nike also had a brand too, though, bro. Like
No,
Nike,
correct. But we're saying the same thing though. There was only one company that could get that done with Bron.
But Adidas also was going on during that time. They had some players: KG, Tim Duncan, Tracy McGrady. Like they had some reputable guys. Reebok had AI, so like it wasn't like
He's holding Reebok down by himself.
he was at that time. But Adidas had some, and I know I'm missing some players, but they had some guys during that time. So they were on a.
I don't think it was enough.
Yeah, but those guys I just named, from a cultural and brand perspective, they weren't LeBron James.
Yeah.
I'm a Tim Duncan fan, but come on, he was a born Hall of Famer.
I think we're agreeing. We're saying it different ways.
We are. We probably are.
We're saying the same thing.
Cool.
Because
All right.
even with all those people, they still dropped the ball.
Yeah. I mean, what could you have done to market Tim Duncan better though?
What Nike did?
Give him the because they built a gym for LeBron on the
Talk about the museum?
the museum. Sorry, the museum.
Yeah, don't disrespect. That's a museum.
Yeah, it's a museum. But they was gonna do that for Tim Duncan. That's not. I would have bought a ticket to go there for my birthday, but like
My thought process on that is, when you have a generational player like that, you got to do generational shit.
No, you do.
So what at all costs, and maybe they were overzealous. Maybe the person that was in charge of that deal wanted LeBron so fast that they just knew
They wrote a check.
They knew that he had a number and he didn't.
And that's what happens in America with a lot of
That fucked
brands.
them up.
Is that a lot of brands out there, and I see this with clients of courtside wealth partners. I see this with clients.
Good
is that these brands come to these athletes, and they know that they come from very humble and modest beginnings, right? And the first thing they want to do is pull out a
Throw
check.
the money.
And that is the quickest way that you're going to get. You're not going to get the player that you want. Exactly. Think about how, to that point, Rob. Think about how you can really add. This is another saturated statement, right? But think about how else can you add value to this talent that you are writing a check to. So to your point, I'm going to start the meeting with the blank check, because what I really value is you, and it don't matter what the number is. I need to figure out how to make you an even bigger brand while also helping carrying the torch to bring this brand to a certain place so that other players have the opportunity to come and have a spot in where we're going as a company. I mean, you're seeing
Naj, just keep the check. Just hold the check until it's time for the check to come
that
out.
too. But people got
went in
these
the checkbook too fast.
Stop writing the checks. Stop writing the checks. And obviously we're not
gonna
saying
name the episode that stuff right.
stop writing the checks. Come to the meeting
patient.
prepared to talk about how you're going to help enhance my brand.
That's it.
To make me a more marketable player on and off the court.
Then we can talk about
Period.
the check.
That's it. Period. Yep.
Because when you come with the check, what happens? Only one person wins.
Only one person wins.
Adidas, Reebok, stay up. You know what I mean? Hope for everything.
Adidas is just doing well though.
No, they're doing great. They're doing great. I'm just with specific to Bron, I'm saying.
And I think with specific to LeBron.
Specific to Bron,
Okay.
not as
Yeah,
a
as a
whole. We're
company.
talking about LeBron when he's coming out of St. Vincent, St. Mary. We all have one shot. They had one shot with Michael.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get one chance.
Yeah, and
Right?
I think something else that comes down to, when you make these decisions out there, is when you are looking at some of these companies, you want to also, I think Nike being publicly traded could also be a factor, because for them to make certain business decisions, they still have investors that they have to.
They got to tap in with. They got to check.
They got to go talk to the board, right? And sometimes the board if the company is publicly traded, like New Balance is a private company, so they have more
can make decisions
flexibility
faster,
to make decisions versus, hey, they're the stakeholders that be for Nike,
Other people that are
it's too
invested
many.
in
It's
this
other
thing.
hands in the
I'm
pot.
with you.
So you when you are an athlete and you're trying to make a decision, it's bigger than just the check. It's bigger than just it's bigger than what you may think it is while you're at that table. It's thinking critically about, okay, I know if I have a creative direction I want to go with my brand, and this is probably LeBron saw the vision early on about
Before
this.
we did.
But like, if you have a creative direction that you want to take your brand and the company, and you're thinking about how this company is going to support that creative vision, you also got to factor in whether they're a private company or a public company as well. And this is stuff that I talk about with my clients. It's like, yo, we can't just make a decision based off of them writing you $80 million check. Like we got to.
There's more to it than
slow
the
down.
AMs. Yeah,
exactly. So we're harboring on the point here a little bit more, like a little bit longer. But I just wanted to emphasize a little bit.
Staying with Adidas. Our guy Cam Ward.
Yeah, staying with Adidas. Yes,
Cam Ward signed an NIL deal with Adidas.
Yeah,
Miami is already sponsored by Adidas.
Yep.
So I guess he chose to stay on brand.
Yep.
My question to you is
my question to you first. Okay. I'm gonna pass it to you first. I'm gonna flip it to you.
Yeah.
How do you what do you think of this deal, and do you think that Cam Ward signed prematurely?
I do.
Because go.
I feel like Cam jumped fast because I think he's an underdog. There's still people that are learning about Cam Ward. Top of the season, he wasn't in the Heisman contention at all. Mm-hmm. He wasn't going first round. So if anything, I think Cam is putting us on notice that we have to be patient with his growth and see what he has to offer. Mm-hmm. I don't know a lot about his representation. Obviously, he probably felt like it was the best deal for him at the time and in that moment. Mm-hmm. But to me, I don't know. I feel like Cam is a Nike athlete. Mm-hmm. But also in the same breath, it would be dope to see Cam alongside of Cam Ward alongside of Anthony Edwards, when you look at everything in its totality. When I just see Cam, though, he gives me, I'm not going to say generational, but something about him is polarizing. It gravitates to you about him. Cam is in a lane of his own. Like, one of the people I could kind of relate him to right now is he's kind of calm, like a Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels.
Shout out to Jaden Daniels' mom. She's officially his agent and representing him.
That's gangster.
That's actually news.
Love that.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
But I feel like they kind of mirror each other. His first year in the league, not saying Cam's going to be exactly like him, but knowing how to weather the storm, being calm under pressure. When Jaden Daniels threw that touchdown a couple weeks ago, no time is left on the clock. He heaves it down, defender smacks it.
Yeah.
Commanders win the game.
Yeah.
If top two games between that and the Detroit Lions come back, those are the best two games of the season.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that to say, like, I think he might have jumped too early, but Cam might also see the blueprint and have other plans that we're unaware of yet, and they might have promised him certain things.
And that's my point, right? So it's hard to say that it was premature for me because I don't know
all the details,
all of the logistics of the deal or details of the deal. They could be painting this picture that Nike painted to LeBron almost 20 years ago, and we just don't know that. And so we got to give him and his team the benefit of the doubt that there were some decisions made based off of those conversations that we're just not privy to yet. However, I always recommend, at least to my college athletes, that, and I don't know how he was weighing his options because he could have had a conversation with Nike. He could have had a conversation with some of these other brands. We just are not aware of that happened. Yeah. And maybe need to do a little bit more, conduct some due diligence to find that out. But I will say that to my college athletes out there, there are rare occasions where certain brands are going to come at you hard and they're going to present their case for why they want to sign you. But you want to massage that relationship and give yourself time to really make a critical decision, because there are also so many other ancillary parts of your picture of where you're going that sometimes if you sign too early, and I'm not saying this about Cam in particularly, but
just in general,
we're talking to athletes out here, right? If you sign too early, you kind of limit where you could have gone further because it's directly affecting something else that you wanted to do or you didn't really think about while you're in the negotiation. So I always tell the athletes out there to just take a second. I know it's exciting that you are in this boardroom with the head of whoever
patient.
for whatever company, and they got a check in front of you. Going back to the point, we gotta move correctly, not fast, but correctly. And so we got to think about the holistic view of where you're going. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be curious to see what Cam does and what comes down the pipeline for him, because he's so special of a talent that I don't see that they don't cater to him like an Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's
Not yet,
such
at
a
least.
diamond in the rough that, like you said, there might be some moving parts that we're unaware
And shout out to
of.
Adidas, man. They smart.
they locking down.
They locking down the young guys, man. Edwards now. They're gonna have Cam Ward. I know there's gonna be some others. I'm forgetting one. I'm forgetting another one. Damn.
Adidas right now?
Yeah, it's another
Those
guy.
are
That's
two biggest right
Those
now.
are two biggest ones, but they're getting ahead of the curve. They're getting in early.
Trying to put some pressure on New Balance.
Yeah, they're putting pressure because New Balance signed, Cooper Flag. So
They did.
yeah. And we didn't really get to talk about that, but we can save that for another conversation. But these brands, I'm liking that these kids are getting the opportunity to work with these brands a lot earlier, because before they didn't see these brands until they got into their respective professional sport, whether it was football, basketball, or baseball, and then came the decisions to work with, because you got to think the way shoe brand, like everyone, the way the future is, signature shoes are going to be the thing of the past.
Yeah.
Everyone's
After
not
a while,
gonna,
it's not good. Everybody can't.
no, because you got to think today, I'm only wearing my basketball sneaker when I'm playing basketball. I'm not wearing it when I got on sweats and I'm walking down the street and I'm going to the movies. I'm wearing my sneaker while I'm on the court. Whereas back in the day, people were wearing their signature shoe,
Just period.
putting it on with their jeans, putting it on with their hoodie. Like, I mean, it didn't make a difference. Like, I was wearing the shoe all the time. Now it's a little different. So, and I think, people don't, unless you're at that level where you're like a Kobe, a LeBron, a KD,
You're not reaching that
Sabrina.
status.
There are anomalies in the space now from a signature shoe perspective. That the way we look at that has changed, and that's some of the things that I help athletes think about when I'm in these conversations with them. It's like we're a little overzealous about getting a signature shoe. Yeah. Like,
can you carry the weight of that?
Are you that marketable that you can carry? To your point, are you that marketable that you can carry the weight of a signature shoe? Because if the shoe is not performing, you're not going to get the lifetime deal. No. You might be signed for the next 4 to 5 years
if you're not performing.
Yeah, or if you're not performing.
You know who is performing?
Huh?
Jason Tatum.
Actually, you know what? I got to give a shout out to the Jordan brand. They are doing that recent Tatum drop. Those shoes are tough. That's a good rollout. Because they have failed miserably.
He said it's an 18-month process to create these shoes.
I'm glad it took 18 months because
he's taking his time and it works.
They have failed miserably with Luka, with Zion, with Russell Westbrook.
Oh, Zion Williamson fell through the cracks.
Russell Westbrook. I mean, how many good? I know one good pair of Mellows that came through Jordan brand.
The white and baby blue joints?
Yes. After that, the Jones he wore in Denver.
Yeah, but after that, it was just so...
Blake Griffin, Chris Paul. I mean, I could keep going on. They have failed miserably when it comes to signature shoes. Kawhi Leonard, that's why he left.
New Balance. He left New Balance?
No, he left. He was Jordan brand first. Yes. Do your research. I'm a Spurs fan. I would know that.
Yeah,
he was Jordan brand first. Then he went to New Balance.
They got him when he was in the league or coming out of college?
I believe he was coming out of college going into the league. When his earlier days in San Antonio, he was Jordan brand.
Okay.
But he did have a signature shoe.
Okay.
But I gave more examples. They just have not. So I was really proud to see them put out a good product with Jason Tatum, because I'm like, okay, finally somebody there has a creative vision that is.
And they're seeing it through.
Yeah, they seeing it through.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, hopefully Ja could keep his sneaker deal as well too.
Yeah,
stay
with Nike.
Trouble, stay focused.
I think he will.
I think he's, because they have a lot invested in him, because we're not going to act like Nike wasn't losing by cutting Kyrie. Like somebody had to fill that void. So,
And I got a pair because I still hoop on, once a week.
Kyrie's?
I got a pair of I got the Kai.
The Antikais.
Antikai 2s. Okay. I got a black pair.
How are they?
They solid. They remind me. I love Kobe
durable.
sneakers. They are so durable. I feel like I can.
Don't do that.
All right.
All right, y'all. Continue to like, share, subscribe. We're
Make
on
sure y'all hit
TikTok
that
now.
button, man.
Man, we're on audio platforms now, and just tap in with us. Tell us
Where we at though? What do they like subscribing? Like what's the name of the show that they should go like?
Oh,
yeah,
the What's Bruin for TikTok and everything else.
Yeah.
Same thing. Across the
Tap
board.
in with us, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
Love.
Peace.